Okay, welcome back to another video. On this video, we're gonna be comparing the BIZON ZX5000. It's a desktop computer with 4 A100, but water cooled, so the whole machine will be water cooled. This is a desktop computer that you can have in your office, and we're gonna be comparing it with the G9000. This is basically a server, a 4U server with 8 NVIDIA RTX A100 on the SXM style. So we're gonna be comparing these two. Of course, the desktop computer comes with 4 GPUs, so the first comparison will be 4 and 4, and then we're gonna give you a roundup how the 8 GPUs perform. So we're gonna be comparing these two computers, the server side and the desktop, 4 GPUs each, so you can make a decision which one's gonna fit your needs. Okay, so we're gonna start with the server, and we're already logging into this, and we're already inside the machine. As you can see here, we're using Ubuntu 20.04, and we're gonna be testing deep learning benchmarks. We're gonna use ResNet 50 and a few others, so you can see the performance, and it's gonna be measured in images per second. The more images it performs, the better the GPU will be. In this time, we're gonna be measuring FP16, and you're gonna see here on in a GUI interface, not just a command line, so it will be easy for you to see the performance between the two. And like always, at the end, we're gonna have the charts comparison, so you can see the noise level, the performance, and the temperature of each of those machines. Okay, so as you can see here, we have all the GPUs, so 8 of them showing up on the app. We're gonna start running just one to see the performance and how it is gonna scale depending on the model that we're training with. So for example, one only GPU, we're gonna select the benchmark type. In this case, we got a multiple of them. We're gonna do ResNet 50 for now. Gonna click apply, and on the settings, we're not gonna do XLA for now. We're gonna do FP16, and the batch size is gonna be 32. Episode is gonna be 1000, and then we're gonna start the training. Once we have those settings in place, we just select that GPU, it's perfect, and then we click run. On the other window here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna launch another terminal so we can see the performance of the GPUs, the temperatures and everything. And then we have the GPUs right here, at all the GPUs showing up, 8 of them. And as you can see, we're doing around 1200 images per second on that GPU on FP16. As you can see here, this is the epoch, the episodes. We're gonna finish at 1000, and it's gonna give us a score. So that score on that only GPU, and that GPU give us 1200. So we're gonna save that. So now we're gonna run on 2 GPUs to see how this is gonna scale. So with one, give us 1200. Let's see how much we get with 2 of them. So as you can see here on the right side, only 2 GPUs are being used at the moment. Okay, so we got 1800 on 2 GPUs. And now we're gonna select 4 GPUs. So we're gonna do 4 and run it again. So you can see here, these 4 GPUs are being used at the moment. Okay, so with 4 GPUs, we got a score of 3196. Okay, so now we have the workstation. So it's gonna have 4 NVIDIA RTX A100, and this is a complete water cooling system. So the performance should be better than we have on the server, and also the TDP and the noise level will be way lower than we have on the back, which we cannot even be on the same room of that machine. Now, interesting enough here is that we want to see how the performance compare between the two, because we think that the SXM board has more power, 400 watt compared with 300 on this one, and it should perform better. But we're gonna run this exact same test that we did before with deep learning, and we're gonna see how the performance is on these GPUs. Okay, so starting really quick here, we're gonna check that we got all our GPUs in place, and as you can see, we have the NVIDIA A100 80 gigabytes, the same thing, and then we have 4 of them. Right now they're running at 29, 28 Celsius. This is because they're completely water cooled. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna launch the container. So we can see here that it recognizes all the GPUs, so we can select how many GPUs we want to use. In this case, let's start with 1, and we're gonna select the benchmark. Like always, we're gonna do ResNet 50. We can try multiple ones, and at the end of the video, we're gonna have a bunch of them, so you can check them out. And you can check our website as well if you want to compare any GPU for deep learning on multiple benchmarks. You can just go to our website. The link will be below, and you can check for yourself. Okay, here we gotta do ResNet 50. We're gonna apply that, and then go to settings. And then, like always, we're gonna do batch 32 just to be on the same standard for all the GPUs that we test. You can increase that if you want. And then we're gonna uncheck UXLA, and let's do FP16, so we can use all the cores, CUDA and Tensor cores, to get the best performance on these GPUs. Number of episodes, the same thing. We're gonna apply that. The settings are in place. Now we just need to start the test. Now I'm gonna open another window here because it will be very interesting to see how the temperature will be on the GPUs while we're running the test. So now the first GPU is being utilized. You can see here it's running at 93% right now, and we're using all the memory on the GPU. Okay, so far we got 1488. It should go up. What happened here? So we got 1493. In some tests that I've run before, you can go up to 1500, but that will change depending on what kind of test we're doing here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it with 2 GPUs, see how scalable this thing is. So 2 A100s, start the test. Let's check over here. And then you see now that 2 GPUs being allocated, like 80 gigabyte here, 80 gigabyte on this one, so they will start running in a moment. So right now we're going 2500, so basically kind of double the performance, not quite double, but pretty close to it. Now, interesting thing here is you're gonna finish the episode. Interesting thing here is that you see on this benchmark, if you run longer, so the training lasts for 1 or 2 hours. What usually happens on the GPU side, we saw on the server, is that if you run it for multiple hours or days, the GPU start to like going down on performance because, of course, they start overheating and they have to clock down the clock speed, and that's why you lose performance, maybe 10% or something like that. Now, on the water cooling side, what we're seeing here is that it increase when we run the test for multiple hours, like 2, 3, 4 hours. Because why? The temperature will keep stable. As you can see here, the temperature right now is still at 32 Celsius, which is crazy. And the machine is completely quiet. It's on my side here, and I can work with it. And once you run it for 5 to 6 hours, it will stay stable at let's say 2500 images per second, and it will consistently be at that position because the GPU do not need to underclock because the temperatures are great. Okay, now we did that with 2. We got a number for 2. Now we're gonna do 4. So we have a fair comparison between this and the server that we can do 4 and 4. Okay, we allocate 80 gigs on all of them, and we're getting 33 images per second. So once you launch too many GPUs, like 4, you won't see that scalability on performance, but that could be related to the benchmark itself. It's not, I mean, the GPU is very powerful, so maybe we need something more powerful than that in order to scale better. As you can see here, it continues goes up because, of course, the temperature, you can see here, we're using all the GPUs, and we're only at 39 Celsius, which is insane. So here you have it. This is the review for the BIZON workstation with the A100, 4 of them, comparing with the server with 4. They come with 8, but we compare 4 and 4 A100 XXM on the server. The reason that you want to select one on another is depending on your is depending on where you're going to locate this server and what will be your end use case. For example, if you're building, let's say, a data center that you know that you're going to have 10 or 20 servers like this, then it makes sense to go with the server itself, because you're going to have a specific place where you're going to put them, like a data center. Now, if you are a small team, but you want to have the best GPU on the market, I would say go with the BIZON workstation. This will give you the best performance and price, and you can have this workstation anywhere you work with. Even you can have it on your site, or you can have multiple users or developers connected to the same machine on your lab, on your university, on a small office. This is impossible with the server. As you saw on the video, the noise level on the server is 94 decibel. This is insanely high, and you cannot have it. Even here, we were testing on a room that's like 100 feet away from us, and we can hear it here in the office. It's something that definitely you cannot have in your office. Now, on the workstation side, yes, you can have it there, and you can even have it on your desk like a normal computer, and it will be 49 decibel, which is pretty much like any other workstation computer. Also, if you're looking for the best performance, I would say, as you saw on the charts, the A100 on the workstation have 300 watts compared with 400 watts on the server. But the good thing is, when you're running let's say workload for weeks or maybe a month, that you're maybe training a model, it will be much better to have the water-cooled workstation, because you see that the performance will never goes down. It will always increase and keep stable. Now, on the server side, because the GPU will get overheated, they thermal throttling, giving you less performance on the long term. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and activate the ring bell, because we have another one coming up comparing the A100s on 3D rendering. Thank you for watching, and I see you on the next one.